Gervonta Davis has been confirmed. Guys, this fight is actually happening. Jake is a plus 155 underdog going into the fight and taking the biggest risk he's ever taken. It's going to be on Netflix. Now, this fight I will watch.
This one's crazy.
Please give me the weight. Please give me the fucking weight.
It's an exhibition. There is no weight.
There'll be no guidelines.
There'll be agreed weight.
A range?
Yeah, there'll be agreed weight in the contract. It has to be.
For Jake to come down.
Correct.
What will it be?
It'll probably be 195, maybe 200.
Still.
Bro, how is that possible?
I mean, bro, I did it with Floyd. You guys don't understand. Exhibitions are a real thing now. As long as people are watching, that's the metric.
Yes.
You know how tall? You know how tall Gervonta is?
I think he's like 5'5".
Not even.
He's probably 5'4".
Bro, okay, but look, you want to know what's going to happen in that fight? Because I'll tell you too.
Tell us.
Because I did the same thing. I fought a really crafty, much smaller fighter. His name was Floyd Mayweather.
He's a young Floyd. Protege of Floyd.
In his prime.
Yes.
Well, close to, right?
No, Gervonta's, I think he's still in his prime.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would, bro.
This is a different fight than you and Floyd.
This is very different.
By a landslide.
By a landslide. This is a dangerous one for Jake.
He needs to do it, though.
This is a dangerous fight for Jake. The kid has got balls.
Some analysts are raising eyebrows over the weight considerations for the upcoming clash between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. While Davis typically fights at 135 lbs and walks around considerably lighter, a handful of commentators speculate he could step on the scale closer to 160 pounds for this bout. This projected weight jump nearly 25 pounds above his usual fighting class would narrow the size gap and potentially enhance his power-to-weight ratio, making the fight significantly riskier for Paul.
Concerned about with Gervonta Davis, as we know, big exhibition coming up November 14th. We are going to do a live stream watch party for that. I don't know in what way, but we got to make it special. You guys know when I do these watch parties, they are insane. We want to have some guests. We may do a 24-hour. I'm not sure. Leave in the comments what you want to see. But we may be seeing the formulation of a game plan and tactics from this training footage from Gervonta Davis. And I think I may understand the key of what they want to do, how they want to go about it, and why Jake Paul might be in more trouble than I originally thought. What do I mean? The breakdown. Let's go.
He is the star of Wade Concept.
All right, so Calvin Ford, coach for Gervonta Davis, has been for pretty much since Gervonta started boxing. Sat down with Marcos over at Fight Hub. Shout out to Marcos for the footage, man. He's always killing the game with interviews and everything else. He sat down with Marcos, and they talked about Tank and potentially what he will do after the Jake fight, why he's doing the Jake fight, and what their biggest concerns are, which your biggest concerns end up being what you turn into your biggest weapons. The things you're most concerned about, you look to exploit because that's usually the other person's greatest strength, and behind it's their greatest weakness. So I'm going to take a look at this interview and show you guys why I think Jake might actually be in a little more trouble than I originally thought with this fight, and why I'm going to be more excited to see what Tank brings if the mindset is where I think it is.
So how are we with everything, man? How's Tank been?
In a good headspace, great headspace.
Show Busy Adult clarified that Tank Davis is not the lightweight figure many people imagine. In reality, he's compact, muscular, and built for explosive power. This explains how he's able to generate such devastating force despite standing shorter than most opponents. Showbiz also noted that Davis's natural strength gives him a physical advantage, even when facing men who appear bigger on paper. His conditioning, balance, and ability to control distance allow him to deliver knockout blows with frightening precision. Calling him small is misleading. Tank may fight in lower divisions, but he carries the body and power of a much larger athlete.
Can yield that type of weight. He's a bowling ball. He ain't a little guy like you guys say. The Takey Wanky say he's a little guy. But I got more receipts. Do you guys remember 2 years ago against Mario Barrios to make 140? He was coming down in weight.
144.1.
Weighing in at 144 plus. Huh? I even got more receipts for you guys. Remember against Ryan Garcia, right? You saw him stacking on snacky cakes and all kind of Skittles and shit, for the all access with him versus Ryan Garcia. I think this was like episode 2 or something. It was hilarious. But he goes in the store and they have to weigh him. And in that store, he weighs 150 pounds.
Good, thank you.
How much I weigh?
154.
154?
Yes, sir.
All right, weigh me one more time.
All right, 150.
150?
Water's on? All right, bet.
And then the most famous audio leak that the War Room made famous that we sent out and it went viral when Team Tank said that Gervonta Tank Davis walks around at 160 pounds.
He ain't gonna never want to fight at 135 again. He will, but I'm saying. That's such a big company, man. This is walk around weight. No, walk around? Like just, you know what I mean? 160? Well, he get up big, but like...
British boxer Dave Allen offered a more balanced take on the matchup. He admitted he never liked Jake Paul's previous fights against Mike Tyson or Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., believing they felt like publicity stunts. However, he thinks the Gervonta Davis fight might be different. Allen says that as long as no one gets seriously hurt, it's fine. It's an exhibition meant to entertain fans. He acknowledges that while Jake may not be a world-class boxer, his fights spark conversations that ultimately benefit the sport. People are curious to see how far Jake can go and how Tank handles someone so much larger.
The thing with Jake Paul, I think he's a good area title level fighter, and that's a good level. Like, and you can be proud of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's good. But the Mike Tyson fight I didn't like. The Chavez fight was just farcical because he's 10, 11 years past his best, up 6 weight divisions. But less of a problem because Chavez wasn't in his 50s. Fighting the MMA guys, again, he's fighting people that don't do the same, that they're not even in the same sport. But while they're a bit older, they're still not in the 50s. So all that stuff, I won't really watch any of it. I think I've watched one fight against Tommy Fury, the only professional boxer in and around his prime years, and he got beat. But I think his area title level, I think he works really hard. I think he trains hard. And I don't think he's a bad fighter at all. I don't think he's a good fighter, but he's not a bad fighter. For his experience, he's not bad at all. But Gervonta Davis is a lightweight. So, by all means, if they make a few quid and nobody gets hurt, then great. But I certainly wouldn't be paying a penny to watch it. I think it's just absolutely ridiculous, farcical. Who wants to watch an exhibition? Gervonta Davis is in his prime years. Why is he wasting his time? Why is he not having a rematch for the fella he got a draw with? Why is he not fighting? Why is he not going up a weight and fighting Lopez and Garcia's and them fighters? Why is he fighting?
Clarissa Shields has raised pointed concerns about Gervonta Davis's next steps now that his high-profile matchup with Jake Paul is approaching. She questioned his decision to hint at retirement so soon, arguing that if he truly considers himself among the sport's elite, he should be facing marquee challengers such as Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. Shields and other boxing analysts believe that by sidestepping these fights, Davis risks the perception of avoiding real competition in favor of lucrative crossover bouts. On the other hand, some observers note that Davis has been dealing with significant mental and emotional burdens in recent years, pressures that may influence his decisions more than the public realizes.
Say, Gervonta got skills out this world. He's a scary dude. He's scary. Ain't no way he said he's supposed to come back and get Shakur, Devin, Ryan, Teofimo, whoop all these ass. Now he like, I'm about to retire after I fight Jake. No, I don't let nobody talk about me like that. The way that Shakur disrespect him, the way that Devin talked to him, the way that Ryan, he already knocked out Ryan. The way that these dudes be talking, he supposed to come back and get them. He the man, right? He who everybody say is the best. I ain't leaving no food on the table. When I'm done boxing, I'm whooping all these girls. They all getting beat. You said you can beat me? Oh, okay, I'm gonna figure out a way to get you.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia offered a nuanced perspective on Davis's clash with Jake Paul. He suggested that while there's nothing inherently wrong with Davis taking a bout, the timing raises questions. According to Garcia, fighters who achieve legendary status usually pursued monumental, career-defining fights after establishing their legacy. In Davis's case, Garcia argues that the truly meaningful matchups against leading champions like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney are still waiting. From his viewpoint, the Paul fight looks like a flashy detour rather than a step toward boxing immortality. By choosing spectacle before substance, Davis risks diluting his standing among purists. Garcia fears this could appear less like building a new chapter and more like skipping one.
Or something like that. But I don't know. What's your just take on the whole thing?
I'm not very interested. That doesn't excite me. I know it's going to do really good numbers. I know they're making a lot of money, which is good for them, good for Tank, because in boxing, that's what everybody looks for. I think is, the good thing is they announced it as an exhibition, which is, I'm okay with it. Everybody does it. Mayweather has done it. Ali did it. The only thing, my personal opinion is Tank, they all did it when they had already accomplished so much. They already did so much. Mayweather did everything in boxing and accomplished everything. Muhammad Ali did the same, and many others that have done it. I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clearly. So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize, but then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making to fight, to have an exhibition against just Jake Paul, I would have asked. I would do the same.
No one would say no to that. Right?
If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for $20, $30 million, I would probably do the same. So I don't blame him. It's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now,